what you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow, yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I almost the pungent cheese is still.
Yeah,
it's in there.
You are now entering
don't
stinky
do that.
goat cheese of a sandwich.
It's still like
Get rid of that button, goddamn it.
you don't like that button?
No, just get rid of it. Just throw the whole button out.
Why?
Because you're going to be too tempted.
You know who we used to? I think that I'm gonna press this button. It's gonna be a rogue button, but yeah, I think that the green button. I forgot what I put it on the soundboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy that we used to talk about all the time. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
We used to be competitors with him.
Oh, Donnell Rollins?
Donnell Rollins.
Manses.
He on his podcast, the Donnell Rollins Show, he was going around asking people what a
Manses.
is. Manses? Do you know what a Manses is?
Yeah.
And I put that on there, and I never found any use for it.
It's funny because he says that word. He says manses, but he's really saying it like MAN''S, so
Right.
it could be like, it could be mans, but he added like, I don't.
That's my man's.
'Cause it's
That's
the
my
same
man's is
thing.
in
He's-
them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's silly.
And then he goes around asking people if they know what the definition of a man's is, which is just a word that he uses.
Right.
Like, it's not like it's in the dictionary.
He has his own definition for it.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, if you said that to somebody, like if you said that to me, I wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You know
Apparently,
what I mean?
it comes from a DMX. My man's is in them.
Mhm.
Yeah. R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah. R.I.P. DMX.
I guess we're kind of late on that one.
Yeah, we way late on that one.
Right.
It's funny. But
When DMX did pass, I was like, hey, can we watch Cradle to the Grave? And you know what you said?
what?
No.
Because I've seen the movie so many times.
You don't like Tom Arnold?
I've just seen it so many
Uh-huh.
times. I love Tom Arnold, actually. I'm a fan of Tom Arnold. I don't know. For something about him is just funny to me. Like, even his relationship with Roseanne, even after they broke up, he still was like, I got respect for her. That bitch crazy. Like,
Right.
I ain't gonna act like I was the dominant male in the relationship. She was the dominant male.
Right.
Like, she bossed me around like I was the girl.
The funny thing is, whenever that movie came out, it was whenever Ford had rebirthed the Thunderbird, and that's the car that Jet Li drives in that movie. He drives a Thunderbird, and we're watching the movie. My parents at the time, they had a Ford ZX2, a Ford Escort ZX2, and it had like the same steering wheel. And it's like, why would I want to buy this premium vehicle whenever it's got the same steering wheel as the one of the bottom that Ford had at the time? Because
Right.
I believe that Ford used the Focus to take over the ZX2 market.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like their base car. This has got the same steering wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
People had a problem with that.
No, nobody had a problem with it. I'm just saying that it was something that you noticed, and then you're like, well, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you got this this old school steering wheel in this beautiful car. Is that what you said?
No, the two cars are around the same time.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. The two cars came out around the same time. They're close in age.
Gotcha.
And one is their gonna be like their luxury, like premium, 2-seater, just a nice convertible car. You can cruise around in, top of the line, but it's got the same steering wheel as their economy level.
Yeah.
Right.
They want a better steering wheel.
It should have a better steering wheel, you
It
think?
should have a better steering wheel.
Right.
Why? That's
Because
one little
that's
thing.
what you pay for.
Well, I feel like they're like, well, we got to cut one little cost when it comes to making these. We're gonna
Steering
take
wheel.
out the steering wheel.
Steering wheel.
It's like they won't notice that.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the proud owners of Thunderbirds out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all got the same steering wheels. The base level people. That's funny. I don't know. The car industry is interesting. Like, I just can't even imagine being one of those people that design the stuff. And like, where do you start? Would you start in like graphic design or something like that in college, and then you just get picked up by a company to be on their creative team? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that stuff just seems so complicated to me.
Right.
Like the whole thing.
I like the commercials where they show the people and they've got the big giant block of clay and they're carving out the vehicle. They're like with these like clay tools, and it's like that's how they design the car. They just take a
thing
big
of
block
clay?
of clay. But no, they don't. There's a lot
Not
of stuff
now.
into it.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe at one time
Uh-huh.
somebody did, but
Right.
not now. Yeah, so much technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't even need people half the time. They got robots and stuff coming out that does everything. I've been seeing these little clips of like little robots like putting things together, and I think they had a clip of a robot. It was like at a restaurant frying food because it's on a timer. So.
Oh yeah. You didn't watch the show with me because you said you were documentaried out. But David Chang, What We Eat Next. They have a robot that does everything. Makes all the eggs. Does breakfast all on its own, and it can do like 20 orders at the same time. And they basically said that the technology is here. It's just not in place yet. Like tomorrow, if we had all of these machines at every single restaurant, we wouldn't need cooks ever again.
Then what do you do with the people? You take all the jobs away and use robots.
Oh no.
That's the issue.
The-
People are like, what are we supposed to
What
do?
are we supposed to do? Well, that's where people, the bright minds like the Musks. He says that somehow people have to learn how to survive without working and just have things done for them.
Like, how?
I don't know.
You got to be broke down a little better than that, dude.
There's gonna be a point where you're gonna have to do something, and it's not gonna be like work for some people.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's too many. Nobody's.
Do you go back? Are you supposed to go back?
I don't know.
The only way is forward, Carmen.
It's one of those. Yeah, I get it.
Do you go back?
No, but people don't learn the same. Like, people are not on the same learning curve. You know how long it would take to get to. We couldn't even get ours together for COVID. Like, we can't get on the ball with most big things here. It takes forever for us to, unless you just straight mandate things.
Right.
Unless you make things illegal or make things legal. Like, you must do this, you must do that. Other than that, it takes people too long to
Adjust.
to ideas like that.
Yeah.
You have to slowly introduce stuff and make it cool to where
And-
people like to do it.
The weird thing about the past couple of years is now that things are pretty much back to normal. Nobody really wants to go back to the normal.
Yeah, but I still wear a mask every day at work, so it's not back to normal for me.
Well, I mean, like people actually going out and going
Right.
back to work and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to go back to work.
That's true.
Um,
But now they got all those little online companies where you can like test products and make money from home. And they say people make like decent money doing that.
who
if you
says
get- I know somebody who has worked for,
that? Okay.
and I don't know if she made like money if she worked like a 40-hour job,
Right.
but like she said she used to be testing all the products. She's like, I used to get all type of stuff sent, and then you send it back, fill out like this paper, and like she would do that all day.
Right.
It's like, I mean, that's putting effort into something like that. It's like, and on top of that, you're in the house.
Uh-huh.
You're not leaving to do
Right.
anything. That's the biggest thing if you're like working from home,
Yeah.
is that you're not leaving.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
I don't know. You said people don't want to go back to work, but you have to do something. So I would assume a lot of those people took maybe jobs working at home.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Or they liked working from home, and that's why they didn't want to go back.
Right.
So, yeah.
Or maybe they started doing gig work and they realized they don't need like a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I know a girl who like teaches different languages to kids, like from different countries, but they're all over Zoom. And it's like, at some point when things go back to normal and people start actually going back to classes and stuff, it might not be as much need for those types of, like, for her job full time like that. So then she might, because right now she's still working a few days with us. So,
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I know these kids probably ready to get out of Zoom and go back to class.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I think some kids are still going like part time on school. I'm not sure if everybody's back in it.
You
or
know,
not.
do you think we don't have any kids?
Mm-mm.
But do you think that the fact that people have been able to do the Zoom, that snow days will be gone because we can just have class during Zoom?
That's true.
Or will the teacher be like, I'm not prepared? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Man, that Zoom stuff.
you could like technically be like, okay, but we're still gonna have to meet for school, you know?
Like the Zoom stuff is just so too intimate, especially for like I've seen like these little Zoom meetings on like the TikToks and like Facebook shorts and stuff like that. And it'll be like 30 kids all in all these little tiny squares on the screen, and like you can see their dogs in the background, you can see other kids and their parents, and like sometimes you see some crazy stuff in the background of like these kids' houses. I was like, that's kind of intimate. Sit there all day for that many hours and
Right.
like your dad walked down in his drawers or something. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You
I'm in class here.
yeah.
It was pretty crazy. Yesterday I was on the phone with the bank. I had some questions about the some charges I had been getting. I was so mad at those people at the banks because of these charges that I've actually been getting charged for years and I never knew about. 4 years I've been charged $7 a month and I just never even knew about it. And so I had to talk to 3 people last night. And the last person I was on the phone with, they had me go in through my phone, go into my online banking, you know, so I entered my password, put the stuff in, and then there's a little button on the thing and it said co-browser on it. And I click it, and then I see a mouse arrow on my phone, and she's guiding me through the things in the website through her computer, Carmen.
Yeah.
How's she talking to my phone through her computer? She can't click anything, but I can see where her mouse is.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? How does she see that? And then like some of those charges, I didn't.
Because you
really
had
wanna
to
look at, you know?
because they have those forums where the banks have those forums where you just put in your information, right, and then they just get right in with you.
Yeah, I gave her a code, and then she was right. I've never seen that before.
You never seen that before?
I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
I've
I've
never
had to-
experienced that in my life because I don't deal with that stuff.
I know you ain't know for look how many years you didn't know.
Because I don't deal with it. For years, I didn't know I was
I'm
getting
like,
charged
I've had to
$7
go-
a month.
I've had to go in there and do that before when it was like the system wasn't working for me or something like that, and I had to go in and like
Yeah, I never seen
have
it.
them do it for me.
Yeah, I'm out of touch, man.
But
I
I'm like,
remember,
that was a while ago. I ain't had to do that in a
Well,
while. But
well, you
like,
have to realize
I've done
that-
it oh, yeah.
I just found out a couple years ago that you can play stuff on your phone and put it on the television too.
I know.
So,
You thought it
like-
was cool when I started casting things?
yeah.
You like, what? Did she just pull it off of YouTube and put it on the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirk.
And then I just see the little button on there and I'm like, what? Now I'm playing stuff on there? Ugh,
Yeah.
it's too much. It's
It is.
crazy.
It's a lot. But I mean, it makes life more convenient because it's nice to be able to. And then the thing is, you can be watching the show and I can just click it off and cast something.
Yeah, I know you try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You try to do that sometimes, but I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you can't get it. I got the tricks. See, at first, at first I was dumb and I didn't, realize.
Couldn't
what was
figure
going
out
on.
like how
But now I know the tricks, the ins
Yeah.
and outs.
how to like, no, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just play it. It's funny
And then I
though.
say, show it to me on your phone. That was-
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of something here. Now you want me to go back. You show me a 30-minute clip, and I'm like,
Yeah, I remember when it first when I found out about it, it was like Latrice was into the smart TVs and stuff. I'm not a TV watcher the way you are, or like Latrice and my mom is. Like, they got their shows that they sit down and watch every night, all that stuff. And if the stuff was good, then like I would watch with them. But Latrice knew about what smart TVs can do before they even got one.
Right.
So yeah, she would just cast stuff to the thing while we were watching TV. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that. And we couldn't figure it out. We're just watching something, didn't change. And my mom like, what's wrong with this fucking TV? Like, she's freaking out. And then Latrice at the top of the stairs cracking the fuck up laughing. And we see her and she like, oh yeah, let me show y'all. You could just do this. I was like, what? So that's how I found out. Latrice found out first. So, well, now you know, Kirk.
now we know.
Now you know all that. Now you know Macklemore. So I think you're for the most part caught up.
Yeah,
Right.
Tim Jacobs showed me the Macklemore.
Yeah.
Yeah. He showed me the downtown, and then I was like, what is that? And then White Walls after that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I always knew about the Thrift Shop song.
Yeah.
That was his big hit.
Mm-hmm.
But then that other stuff, I like that other stuff. And the videos were so much fun. It looked like it just having fun making videos.
Yeah.
Oh, it reminds me
He
of
was. He
Right.
wasn't taking it too serious. Like, I think that's where he messed up. He started getting too serious. Like, he was doing real good with the fun stuff, and like he started getting more and more and more serious. And then it was like, oh my God, like, you just making music for whatever cause, standing up for people. It's like, it ain't fun no more. Nobody want to hear that. They want to see you.
It ain't fun, no Macklemore.
Right. They want to see you get crazy in the videos, be on the back of the
Yeah,
motorcycle.
I
with
got
the
a big girl. Yeah.
Yeah. He started
She
getting
got two
too-
wheels.
He started getting too like, I'm standing up for the people in the revolution or whatever, and it was like, you're
Yeah.
doing too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there are certain people who are asked to perform on certain award shows in certain spots because of the image that they portray.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of going in that type of direction. Like, you have those people at the award shows, like, for example, if it's a tribute to somebody, like, it could be an R&B tribute or whatever, something like that. It could be some of the big people, like a Stevie Wonder or like somebody like that. They always have the same people do the tributes. Like, the same people get called to like do the tributes
Right.
for the most part. They have a group of people and they're like, we can reach out to this one, but like, it's not like they're gonna have like Lil Wayne do a Stevie Wonder tribute. Like, he ain't the type of person they pick for stuff like that. So
Right.
I don't know. Maybe if that was the direction he was going in, he wanted to be in that bigger space where he like, more marketable or get such and such. Because so I don't know, maybe, but I don't think it worked. 'Cause-
That's when the Beastie Boys were put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's what was so cool about that performance. MCA was in the hospital already. And so I've showed you that where all those people were on there, and like that was so cool because all those different people that aren't typically those people were there, and that was a lot of fun to watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So we checked out that new show, Restaurant Rivals.
Restaurant Rivals. Oh man, John Taffer
Yeah,
from Bar Rescue versus another guy. His name's Robert Irvine.
yeah. You said apparently people know who he is.
Yeah, he's got the Kitchen Impossible, Dinner Impossible.
Well, after you showed me the show, I started hearing his name pop up. So I
Yeah.
don't know if he's doing something else or
Well,
something.
no,
else.
that's it. Restaurant Rivals.
Yeah,
That's
his
the big
name
one.
started popping up.
Yeah,
like-
it's a big deal, Carmen.
but not the show wasn't popping up. It was him specifically, and I didn't know about him before. I mean, he's an old man and he's strong.
He's
Like, why are you so old and strong?
He's old
What?
and he's beefy, and then he's wearing a t-shirt, skin tight t-shirt. Looked like he got a little bit of a COVID belly though.
And he
and then-
still look fit for that age.
Right. And then you got Taffer, who's He's just
Slob.
He looked like a guy that sits at a bar all day long,
Doing
like,
paperwork.
pasty white.
Yep.
You know, he's got his suit. And he
Oh my
he
God!
does-
Like they need to get him more clothes. Like he look
doesn't-
crazy.
He doesn't look classy, and he looks like a sleazeball
Mm-hmm.
in his suit. Like he's always in a suit, but he doesn't look classy. It's not a classy suit. It's a sleazeball
No,
suit.
it is. It's like a like a person that's doing scams or something.
Scams and
suit.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, but I just love everything about John Taffer and his.
I mean, essentially, you could say that Bar Rescue is one of those scam shows. Technically,
Right.
The way that they work those shows, like, yeah, I'm gonna come in and then
All of those shows, the Gordon Ramsays.
Yeah,
you know,
the
all-
Gordon Ramsay show.
they're
Same
all the
thing.
same.
They're all little like
You-
scammy.
You go in there, you make these people look horrible, you know, who have asked you for help because
Yeah.
they're not just going anywhere randomly.
Right.
You know, people have written in trying to get. So you go in there, you try to help these people. You make them look stupid or bad or just irresponsible.
Yeah.
All
You
those
call
things.
them out.
Yeah,
in a
you break them
negative way.
down, and then you get past breaking them down. Then you build them up,
Mm-hmm.
and then you give them confidence, and you say, "We can do this." And then they look at the camera and they say, "You know, Billy, he's got a good head on his shoulders. You know, he might have lost his way a little bit, but we can get him back on track." And then they give them their one night of redemption, and then they're off to the next one.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, they're good now.
Yeah, they're
like
good
we
now.
put all these things in place, they're gonna be successful. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
some of those places wasn't successful. What was the name of that place where that guy was fucking pissed when he changed his stuff?
It's a lot of them.
I know, but what was that? The one where you know which one I'm talking about? Was it? It was a gentleman's bar or something like that. So they were doing like the drag shows and stuff in there. And remember, he had the guys. They were doing the drag shows in there, and he had all the guys participate. They're supposed to have a good night, and then the owner fired one of the guys right before they opened. And then after, what was the name of that
it was
place?
the one in Vegas.
Yeah, the one
right?
in Vegas.
It was they were.
Apparently, a place has been there for a while, and
I don't
it's like
remember
a
what it's
gentleman's club. And the
It
guy,
wasn't a gentleman's club. It was just
what do you call that? That is.
a gentleman's club is a strip club
Oh, never mind. That's not what I
where
meant.
gentlemen go. Carmen.
It was-
to go see women naked.
Then. Well, it was a gay club then.
Yeah, it was a gay club.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There
You
were
know, you know what I meant? I said drag queen.
the percentage of gentlemen was high, but
Yeah.
technically it's not a gentleman's club.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But yeah, this guy was, I'm sorry, because that paints a whole different picture, I guess, when you say that. So it was a gay club, technically. And the guy was pretty mad that he took his name down.
Took the
He
name down.
changed the name, and the name had been there for like 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, no.
And
And
when
he
Taffer
fired
first-
everybody.
When John Taffer first got there, he kept yelling. Was it Mariah Carey?
It was
a-
Janet Jackson.
Play Janet Jackson. The guy, the owner of the bar, who was all drunk, sitting at the bar. And he's like, "Play Janet Jackson." And then they're like, "We're not playing any Janet. Go put it in the box." It's like, "I want Janet Jackson." And then John Taffer's, "You're drunk," and he's like, "No, I'm not. I just want to listen to Janet Jackson."
Yeah.
That was great. and then what happened was he fired the guy. John Taffer, he was like, "Oh, I think he's a good guy. You don't need to get rid of him." And then he's like, "I don't think I want this guy in my company." Fired the dude. And then he saw that they changed the name, and then he walked out halfway through the reveal night. And then they closed the bar. It was never open again.
Nope.
John Taffer fail.
Yeah, and then me and Kirk checked, and it still was closed.
It's still closed today. Yeah.
He closed that bar because he didn't like what John Taffer took and turned that thing into. And there's nothing he can do about it because he didn't have the money in the first place. That was the point of them there doing that.
Right.
So he didn't, so he couldn't turn it back into what he wanted. He was so in debt. Now he's stuck with this bar that he's not happy with. The name didn't been changed, but it was way better than what it looked like.
Yeah.
He could have made so much money off of that.
Uh-huh.
That's what stubborn is. I think guys are just stubborn. Like, it don't matter what it is. Like, not stubborn like that, but like that pride. Where it's like, no, I don't want that change. You're not going to do this. Like, it's my shit.
Right. Like John Taffer, he remember there was that ex-baseball player, and he and his wife owned this bar, and then they had these two like 21-year-old girls that were living in their house that were also the bartenders.
Yeah.
And it looked like there was some weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
Looked like there's some polyamory going on.
Yeah. Like, why are you got
Yeah.
these girls, random girls that
Live
work?
in your house and work. And then John Taffer made him fire one of them. And then he was like, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I can't get rid of my third woman, you know?
Yeah, and she's coming back to my house
Yeah, is she
tonight
gonna-
after I fire
Do I
her.
have to move her out too? Like,
Yeah, like what does that go with? She ain't working, so you gotta move her out at this point.
right. Am I still going to pay you because you live in my house? Like,
No, they brought her back right after he left.
yeah, of course.
It was just like, you can't be on the show pretty much. And then after he left, they was like, come back, and they still probably chaotic right now. Unless they're not there anymore.
But restaurant rivals. So we could talk all day about John Taffer.
oh my god.
Right. But restaurant rivals, it's these two guys, and they each pick a restaurant, and then they see who can bump it up, and then there's like a score of like who wins what, you know, and it's only 3 episodes, and then the last episode, the loser sprayed a bunch of champagne on the winner,
Yep.
and you said, that's it? Like, I was like, yeah, it's a special event. It was like the Super Bowl to me, Carmen. I was like, I gotta spend the night, just watch this John Taffer. I was super excited. I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved every minute of it.
I know you did. I was like, well, I don't like to watch shows and then they go off after 3 episodes. Like, I need to have something.
It was just an event, though. It was a special event.
I don't
Carmen.
like that.
It was great.
I don't like to start something and then it's over. Then I want to pick something up that we can actually watch.
We
for a
did,
little
though.
bit.
That was a good night's entertainment.
Yeah, I guess. But I need more than 3 episodes.
It's perfect. I loved it.
Oh my God, did we ever I don't remember if we ever talked about this. Did we ever talk about cuz I just saw another video. So we've talked about them before. I don't know if we talked about this specific competition, but Badlands Chugs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like I don't know. It's something
Badlands Chugs he's a competition eater, but
But
he
he-
also
yeah.
has a YouTube channel where he just chugs things.
Right, he started off doing it probably on YouTube, just chugging
yeah.
stuff, and then he started building up a following. A lot of people were watching them, and he is ridiculous. He'll chug literally like 5 2-liter sodas.
He's done I want to say the most I've seen him do is 3 boots,
Yeah,
which is like a glass boot of something, and I think he's done it 3 times.
yeah,
Like 3 all in a row.
yeah.
And he does this
because he
thing.
did the red, white, and blue Sprite.
Fago.
Fago, yeah. I think he did a bunch
fireworks
of
Fago.
the fireworks Fago, yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's so
Trash.
it's so,
It's so trash.
you don't like it?
Fago. Okay, first of all, Fago, 99 cents 24 ounces.
Okay, I love Fago though.
I know you do.
So
Well,
don't
it doesn't
do
make
that.
it doesn't
But
mean
they got
that's
the best flavors.
and then it's fireworks flavor.
Yeah, it's like a bomb pop.
Yeah, like a bomb pop.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I completely understand it. It's not
It probably
lost
was
on
so
me.
good though. It probably tastes
Doubt
just
was.
like it.
No way. So yeah, he chugged one, chugged the other.
Yeah, Fago does
Badlands
great with
Chug.
their flavors though.
Okay.
So
Well, what about
they
it?
have peach Fago,
Yeah.
black cherry
Yeah, they got
Fago.
every flavor you could dream of.
Exactly. The cream soda is
The price has
amazing.
to have gone up by now, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it had went up when I left. By the time I was leaving Detroit, the last time, that went up, not 99 cent no more. They do still sell 99 cent ones, but those are the smaller ones.
The
So
smaller,
yeah, people will get bigger ones.
So what about them? What about Badlands Chugs?
Well, I was just looking at some of the different eating competitions that he was doing, and it's just hard. Like for me, it's hard to watch him.
He go around the country chasing the food competitions. He's like, I gotta go over here. I gotta go to Ohio for the chili. I gotta go down to Florida for the hot dog. I gotta go up to Washington for the steak. I gotta just go around the country doing food competitions.
And he'd probably be winning a lot of them. The last one that we watched,
The one
he
that
won,
we watched, it was a
hot dog.
hot dog. It was like a regionals. It was like in Atlanta or like that centers, like Carolina.
Yeah.
That it was like their regionals to get into the national
Right.
Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and
Yeah,
he
to-
destroyed everyone. And there's one woman that she's apparently shows up every year, and she ate like 6 hot dogs, and then the guy's like, it's her personal best.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
there's
no.
Badlands Chugs just
He ate like
eating it. He ate
20
like 36 or something crazy. Yeah.
But I think that kid that I don't think he won against that. I need to look it up and find that competition, like when he went to go against that other kid. Because if he won, he was supposed to be able to go against a champion or something, right? I believe.
Well, it's the national.
I'm sorry, this
competition.
can't even be real. It's
Yeah,
hot
it's not
dog.
head to head,
like, I-
Carmen.
Okay.
You do that only with all those winners.
Gotcha.
You do that again.
Yeah.
That's the next big one.
But you get the opportunity to go to the next one and compete.
Right,
with
but
him
it's
there.
not like it's a head to head.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No.
Jesus Christ. It's
Yeah.
not a real sport anyway, Kirk.
Okay.
A hot dog eating, that's crazy. But
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know people do it.
It's not a sport. It's a competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot dog eating competition.
It's just unreal to me to like watch these people do it. That little lady was probably my favorite person on there because she ate 6 hot dogs.
Right. It was great.
I don't think I could eat 6 hot dogs in one sitting.
You don't think so?
No, I'm gonna train it. I'm gonna come back every year. What are you doing throughout the year to be able to eat those 6 hot
She
dogs?
probably gets a hot dog here and there, and that was good. I don't think that she's rigorous in her
training?
trainings.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, some videos, and every time his videos pop up, I have to watch them because I gotta watch what else he's fucking doing.
Right.
Even though I think it's ridiculous.
Because we know him as the chugging man,
Yeah.
and then but I saw him eat in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. There's a character in there, and he orders a bunch of food, and then he ordered he had all the same stuff. He was like, I want to see how long it's gonna take me to eat, because he's a huge guy.
Yeah.
And he's always out of breath. Yeah, man. Badlands.
Yeah,
Chugs.
he's killing himself. He gotta slow down, or you gotta start working out with it. You can't just eat all that stuff and just keep going. Like, eventually your body is gonna give up on you, eating like that and drinking like that. Maybe he does it for just the videos and stuff, and other than that, he eats salads.
Right. I'm sure. Yeah.
That's funny. So Jussie Smollett got sentenced.
He's got a sentence.
Yeah.
They gave him Jussie Smollett, he was a man in
He's
Chicago.
he was in Chicago. He's from
He's an
Chicago.
actor, man. And then
Yeah.
he was in Chicago, and he said a bunch of MAGA people came and poured bleach on him.
And put a noose around his neck
Yeah.
and
It was
beat
a-
him up.
Hate crime.
Right.
Right.
And then they found
And
him
then they found
guilty.
out that he made it up, or he paid people to do it to him.
It was so.
He made it up and had somebody pay. He paid somebody to.
Well, the situation. So Jussie Smollett is the kid off of Empire, and the messed up part is him doing that was part of the reason Empire ended, and all the people on there were there were rumors going around on the media saying that people were mad because you stopping everybody's paycheck pretty much with this silliness. Like, we had a good thing going, and now you're messing the brand up. Like, why did you do what you like?
Now Taraji got to look for work.
Exactly, because this
Damn it.
asshole is who
That poor
stages
woman.
hate crimes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is the thing. I can't agree with Jussie Smollett. He can do whatever he want. He can say whatever he want. He could do whatever he want, but it's too much evidence against what you did. The guys admitted to doing it. You said they were the guys who did it, but at first you said it was white guys who did it.
Right.
So you already lied. Okay, now it's coming out that these guys did it, and what's the situation? You were with them, you're on camera going to places, they're on camera, it's too much stuff.
Right.
What's happening here? What's happening here? And then they were because the guys were telling a story about how pretty much he wanted us to drive around with him and stage it before. So we drove around this area and we was already scoping it out where we were gonna do it at.
Right.
And then they checked the cameras from the businesses at that time and they see his car going past. And he was like, well, that's my neighborhood, so I was just riding past. But it matched up directly with the text messages and what they said happened.
Right.
And it was like, dude, Like at some point, you put 1 and 2 together, you get 3. Like you're on some bullshit right now, and then you stayed out there with the noose on your neck and waited on the police to come. And then it wasn't even a white guy, and it's black people on a camera. What is you doing? Like, so he stood up in court and was just screaming, like, he was screaming loud in court, saying that I'm innocent and you guys are convicting me. He was like, I'm not suicidal, so if something happened to me in there, then I am. I didn't do it to myself.
Me, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't do it to myself.
Nobody care about you. Jesse Smollett, nobody care.
It's like, if anything, like, he's like, I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. If something happened, they did something to me. They're putting me in jail. He's like, Judge, I respect you, but I did not do this. And his brother was like, what if he was telling the truth and y'all didn't put him in jail?
Right.
And it's like, dude, the guys already said they did it. They already went through the court system and got off and got, like, I don't know if they got probation or what for helping them out.
Yeah, they had some sort of deal.
What they gonna get themselves in trouble for? Yeah. They had to say something because they're on the video. So they're on camera. They had to. They're like, what's going on?
Right.
So it's all just silly. But he was screaming at in court, and then he got 150 days in jail, which is what, about 5 months.
Not very long.
Not very long, because he's not gonna do that much time probably.
That's it. That's why he was screaming. Why he's not?
He got 5 months in jail and 30 months probation.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is the worst story I've ever
Kirk,
heard.
that's a lot of time in jail.
It's not.
For somebody who's never been in jail, that is a lot of time, Kirk. If you said I had to do 2 days, I would be like, no.
Yeah.
I can't. There's no way. It would be the worst thing ever. I think
I
for
feel
him,
for that, for all that, everything associated with it, I don't think that's enough time for him.
Why?
Because he falsified police reports.
But the people who stormed the Capitol got less sentences. So what example are we setting in this country?
Did they?
Yeah.
What did they get?
Some of them only got probation.
Really?
Yeah. And some of them haven't even been charged at all. So, like, all these people, and you had them on camera and everything, and they haven't been crucified the way Jussie Smollett crucified.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the people it was the people in Chicago. The police force in Chicago pursued this. They wanted to take his ass down. So that's the reason why.
Why'd you waste their time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were mad because they went out and then they're like, oh, this hate crime happened. I know they were probably, when they were there, like, this don't look right. Like, off the rip.
Oh, I remember when Dave Chappelle was talking about the whole thing, and he was like, he said that Jussie Smollett said that the guy said, "Are you that guy from Empire? You're the white people in their MAGA hats." And he's like, nobody wearing a MAGA hat's gonna know anything about the guy from Empire, you know, like not even the main dude, like a side character. Are you the guy from? It's just it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's silly.
But, oh well.
Well, that sucks. Well, bye, Jussie. Like, you're gonna be in there for a little bit.
Oh no, yeah, a little bit.
He's gonna be complaining about it the whole time. You're gonna hear statements coming out like they're treating my brother wrong. It's gonna be all this stuff. It's like, you need to, like, now that you're in jail now, you need to leave it alone. Tell your people, don't put no stories out. Like, at this point, and they just sentence you, like, your career not coming back. Only way it's gonna happen is if people is like, somebody reach out to Jussie and help him.
I don't know. These days, people forget pretty quick, so I wouldn't.
But
say
not
that.
this. I don't think that everybody talked about it. When Dave Chappelle talked about it to that many people, and that many people is memes on the internet saying Juicy Smollett. Like what? Like I don't know. He's gonna have a hard time rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of sucks. So I want to talk about this one last thing. So I had this incident at my job I was telling you about. I work with this kid, and we sell blueberry muffins at our job. And so I'm expoing on Sunday, and it's a really busy day, really, really busy day. And then this lady, she comes back with her muffin, and she's like, where's the blueberries in my muffin? And there was no blueberries in her muffin, Kirk.
Right.
And this lady was upset because she wanted the fresh Maine blueberries.
Fresh Maine blueberries.
But they frozen, the ones we put in.
They're frozen anyway.
Yeah, she just don't know. It's like,
We don't go up the hill and pick them.
I mean, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we sell a lot of this stuff, girl. But I mean, I get it. It's the brand. People like Maine blueberries. People love blueberries in Maine.
Right.
So she wanted some specifically in her muffin, and it's like, okay,
In the blueberry muffin.
in a blueberry muffin. So there was no blueberries in it. The kid that made them, he just decided that he was too lazy or what, I don't know what reasoning. He just decided that he wasn't going to do it. So he didn't. And now I'm getting looked at like I'm retarded because there's no blueberries in the muffin and I'm expoing at that point. Do you know how embarrassing something like that is?
Yes.
Oh my God. It's like, you take somebody's money for something and then you give them a product that is not right. And like, we corrected it and she was nice about it. We corrected it and then we give her something that costs more money. But it's like, now we're losing money. Like, we can't be doing this. But it was just an embarrassing thing. It's like,
The thing is, whenever you get a blueberry muffin and it doesn't have blueberries in it, what is it?
it's just a muffin.
Like, it's just a muffin, but it's not in any kind of muffin.
I know.
Like, it's just something. It's nothing.
It's just a
A
muffin.
blueberry muffin with no blueberries is nothing. Like, it's just trash. You know, like, that's the funniest thing about it is it's like, what kind of muffin is it? Well, it's a muffin.
It has no,
Like,
no.
but what kind? You know,
It is no kind.
It's no kind
it's
of
just
muffin.
a fucking muffin.
it's just
Oh
a
my
muffin,
God, I couldn't even deal with it. And it's like, that's what the industry going through right now with not having like enough cooks and enough people coming back to the kitchen, because we just gotta kind of throw people in there and like you get all types of people that don't have the passion for it and like they don't care, so it's just a job, you know. So that kind of sucks. But I was like, never again. I'm gonna be checking them fucking muffins
gotta check
every
those
day.
muffins.
Now I
And
gotta
then
babysit you.
I show you that clip from Casino. I got it all prepped up on my phone so I can just click that little button and put it on the TV. Of Casino, where Robert De Niro, he's looking at the muffins, and he doesn't have any blueberries in his muffins, and the other guy's got all the blueberries in his muffin. He's like, "Look at how many muffins you got! Your muffin's falling apart." And you didn't find that very funny after telling the story. I don't know why though, because that's a good scene in that movie.
Yeah, he was mad. He wanted the.
Yeah, then he goes to the chef and he's like, "I want the same amount of blueberries in every muffin." Hilarious.
Yeah, how are you supposed to do that?
Yeah, that's what the guy said. He said, "You know how long that's gonna take?" He's like, "I don't care." Same amount of blueberries in every muffin.
Isn't that such a silly thing?
Yeah, it is silly. It's silly. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, but that guy, he had to probably, if that was some shit that was real in like the mob boss days, you just sit there, you put the fucking blueberries in that muffin.
Right.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we good?
Yep.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Thank you. Bye bye.